Welcome back to Angel Stadium, where we are at the halfway point of the 2009 season. Tonight is game number 81 for both the Angels and Rangers. And the Angels have won 16 of the last 22. They're facing a Texas batting order that has 120 home runs, second most in the American League. Michael Young going to his 6th straight All-Star game. Josh Hamilton will hit third. He's back in the lineup. First time back in there since May 31st. Then Jones, Blaylock, Bird, Cruz, Saltalamacchia, and Elvis Andrus, who is the rookie. On the mound for the Angels, Jared Weaver. He's coming off his worst start of the year, giving up 7 runs in 5 1/3 to Texas in Arlington last week.
Okay, Weaver's been very consistent all season long, but he's only human, and these offenses are going to catch you sooner or later. Fastballs on both sides of the plate he tries to do, along with his curveball and changeup. Those 2 pitches are his out pitches, and he's very effective and great command with those pitches. Now, he is all-star worthy. This guy wants to go out and have this last start here before the All-Star game, just to give Joe Madden a little extra appetite with hopefully his 9th win of the season. Defensively behind him, which is very important, we're seeing Abreu, Hunter, and Rivera, the same guys we've been seeing out there. No Vladdy today. He needs a night off. Kendry Morales, Howie Kendrick, and Esturris is up the middle again. Okay, they're flip-flopping Ibar and Esturris. Looks like Howie's going to get that regular job to provide some sock in the bottom of the lineup there. Biggie's at third, and Jeff Mathis gets the nod to catch Weaver.
Vlad Guerrero will be the designated hitter tonight for the Angels. And Jared Weaver's first pitch to Ian Kinsler is swung on and popped up. Shallow center field. Hunter moves in and makes the catch, and Kinsler swinging at the first pitch. He is now in an 0 for 22 slide.
Well, he's not helping himself too much by seeing many of Weaver's pitches by popping up on the first swing. But you know what? It's all up to the individual. But Weaver will take it. He's a fly ball pitcher, and he knows these guys pretty well, and they know him. Now, this guy here has been an Angel killer. Well, Michael Young, he's been hot this season against him, hitting .417 against the Halos. Good inside-out hitter.
He's in the top 10 in batting at .314. The American League leader is Ichiro Suzuki of the Seattle Mariners.
What I mean inside out, it means he starts with his hands and drives the ball to the right side of the field. A lot.
Pulls this one, and it's a 1-1 count. Weaver shut out Texas his first 3 innings in Arlington, then gave up 2 runs in the 4th and 5 in the 6th inning. That was the game that Hank Blaylock hit a home run in the 9th inning off Justin Spire to knock off the Angels 9-7. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Weaver's been very stingy against the opponents. Only giving up a .223 average. That's the 3rd lowest in the American League at average against. So he's been stingy. Lefties aren't doing much off him at all. A 178 average. Excuse me, that's right-handers. The lefties are hitting .262 with 9 homers. So Weaver has met a few bats. And you know, you pitch against the Rangers, you got to not be afraid to pitch to contact.
Like that, and he throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that's fouled back for a 3-2 count. Jeff Mathis catching Jared Weaver. This combination has been together, and Jeff told me before the ball game, Rex, that he felt kind of responsible for Jared's struggles in Arlington. And he said, Steve, one of the reasons was that was the day the voting ended for the All-Star game, and I so badly wanted Jared to have a great game that I felt like I was thinking about that rather than calling the right pitches. I didn't block a ball in the dirt when I wanted to. And that's what a great backstop says when he wants to help out a pitcher.
Yeah, you know, they can't look past today. They've got to just focus on the task at hand. And Sosha in his 10 years has done a great job of helping remind these guys that.
Hit sharply past Esturris into left field. A base hit for Michael Young.
That's a hot smash. Ibar is on the bench tonight, but it's Esturris out there, and he should be because he's been raking. This guy's one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Meister Esturris. He's only erred 3 times this year, 2 at shortstop and 1 at second. It's been a big influence and one of the reasons the Angels are playing so well because of his solid defense wherever they put him.
And here is Josh Hamilton. He's been out since May 31st because of that ab strain. He had surgery on June 9th. Back relatively quickly. The first estimate was 4 to 6 weeks that he'd be gone, but when he left, the Rangers were up 5.5 games, and now they're even with the Angels at 45 and 35. Since that time, the Angels 21 and 11, the Rangers 15 and 16.
I never get tired of watching him get ready. He bends his knees, he's got a little bend, he's very relaxed. Bat on his shoulders, and then watch it all come up. It'll happen. Just like that. Weaver staying with a fastball in the outer half. But it's important for batters to know, and these guys do know that, but the young little leaguers out there, it's all about being relaxed and comfortable at the plate before the pitch comes. So then you want to be able to react quickly, and that's how you'll react the quickest if you're relaxed. Now he's going to be the starter. He's voted in.
And he rips that one into center field. Young will make third base. Hunter brings the throw back to the middle infield, and Hamilton 1 for 1 returning from the DL.
Yeah, he'll take that. Ball was in a little bit by Weaver. He jammed him, just flared it out there to get Young to third base. We got a little Howard's Exmo back. We're going to show you some left-handed swings. This was jammed him. See how he kept his hands inside, though. A nice fight off there as he fought off that inside pitch.
Texas came in hot. They've won 5 in a row, including the last 2 against the Angels in Arlington, and now coming off a sweep of Tampa Bay. The Angels took 3 of 4 from Baltimore.
They had a great homestand. They had a 10-day homestand, and they played 9 games and were 6-3.
Andrew Jones, the batter.
He's been heating up lately. He's homered in 5 of his last 11 starts.
Ball 1.
Well, this guy's, he has the experience, and he knows by now at this time in his career which pitches he can handle and which ones he can't.
Foul back on the slider, and Jones had an absolutely miserable year with the Dodgers last year. Lost his confidence, hit only 158 with 3 home runs. But working with Rudy Jaramillo, Rudy said what he wanted to do was work with getting that confidence back, because this was one of baseball's great hitters for a 10-year stretch.
No question.
And he has 381 career home runs. Here's a fastball that is hit foul, so Weaver has the count his way 1-2. And Jarrett is a good strikeout pitcher, 86 this year in 107 1/3 innings.
This is just Jones's 3rd at-bat career off Weaver. Hasn't started many off him, but you see with the home runs he's did over 10 years, that's a pretty game hitter to be a center fielder too. Very productive.
Sensational years with the Atlanta Braves. Weaver's 1-2 pitch goes with the high heat, and Jones does hold up. It's 2-2.
Okay, Weaver, he's not an overpowering type pitcher, so he will occasionally, though, go with a 4-seamer up. And we've seen him sometimes with 2 strikes on a batter, he'll drop down his sidearm and he'll try to deceive the right-handed batters, which he's been really tough on. I mentioned righties is hitting 178 off him this year.
How about that? He throws a changeup to a right-handed batter and strikes out Jones. A big K in the first inning.
Yeah, that's what he needed, and he's not afraid to throw that pitch anytime to any batter. He's got impeccable command with that pitch. Same arm slot as his fastball, but you see Jones, he went after what he thought was going to be a fastball, then his body slowed down a little bit. It fooled him.
Now the last man that the Angels faced offensively in Arlington is stepping up. It was game 3 of that series. Justin Spire on the mound. A runner on. The Angels had just tied it on a Juan Rivera home run in the top of the 9th inning, and Blaylock broke their hearts. A home run to center field, and his first pitch swinging, and he fouls it out of play for strike 1. But the Angels chose to pitch to him rather than pitch to the rookie.
Well, you see where Napoli was setting up. Napoli didn't anything expect that cookie down the middle. Napoli was setting way up on the outside part of the plate, and Spire just happened to throw one right where he was looking. But this is a powerful lineup, and Blaylock is 10 for 24 off of Weaver with 2 homers. That's a .417 average, so Hank hits Weaver pretty well.
Goes with the off-speed pitch, and he did not go, and the count is 1-1.
That's third base umpire Chuck Merriweather out there. Mike Riley is at second, Eric Cooper's at first, and Laz Diaz is the home plate umpire.
Average may be down, but look at the power. 17 home runs, and he's been so clutch this year and throughout his career.
And they're letting him play some first base tonight. It's been mainly their DH.
Chris Davis sitting down. Fouled off, 1-2. Next pitch will be the 20th of the inning for Jared.
You know, and you can face a guy 60, 70, 80 times in your career. You might have some good numbers, you may not, but it depends on just the certain circumstances. If he's going to give you some fastballs to hit, you look out over location. You have a pretty good idea about what he throws, but still not going to give you really any advantage to hit him. A pitcher could say, here comes a fastball, hit it. And it's hard to square it up. But if the hitter knows what's coming, he's got a better chance.
Young at third, Hamilton first.
First time out, I don't expect Josh Hamilton to steal any bases right away. They want to just kind of get his feet wet. Now, he did have a little bit of time in the minor leagues.
The 1-2 just inside. Tried that two-seam fastball that had late movement, but it didn't catch the inside corner. So it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ooh, man, that's what he wants. Good spot there inside. If you're going to come in on Blaylock, make sure it's in just like that. Leave it out over. He's got a pretty good swing.
Reaches out and punches it up the middle. That will knock in Young and give Texas the lead. A throw to third. Gets away, and here comes Hamilton to score.
And there it is, folks. Torrey Hunter's first error since '07.
He went 234 games, and Texas now has a 2-0 lead because of the error on number 48, Torrey Hunter.
Okay, Blaylock just left one out over. Torrey Hunter, this is a routine play for him. He throws it 1-2 hops. The ball just got underneath Figgy. Weaver wasn't there backing up, so they gave him a rare run. We haven't seen an error that has cost him a run in a long time. But Torrey Hunter, he's only human, and you knew it was going to happen at some point.
August 31st, 2007. And more importantly, Texas has the early lead. And now Marlon Byrd, who's been on fire, particularly against the Angels, with a 13-game hit streak against this team, batting .417.
So Millwood, he's going to be tough.
Whoa, they called it an E5.
On Figgy? Good. Keep Torrey Hunter's his airless streak intact then, because that ball went under Figgy's leg.
If the ball's in the dirt, they usually give it to the guy who makes the throw.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe they're going to change the rules around for Torrey. Hey, there's really nothing wrong with the throw. It's right on the bag. One, it just short hopped in the second hop, and Figgy went right under his legs. So I guess you could say that Figgy made the error, since Ed Munson, the official scorer, gave it to Figgy.
Regardless, the Texas Rangers have taken the early edge on the Angels. Byrd takes it in the dirt. The last 2 games, the Angels have had to rally from 4-0 deficits. It's the first time in almost 30 years the Halos have come back from 4-run deficits to win consecutive games, the last coming July 14th and 15th in 1979. That was the Yes We Can team. And I believe in one of those games, Nolan Ryan was throwing a no-hitter. And the team they were competing against scored 4 late. Angels won it in extra innings. There's a fly ball struck to right field. Bobby Abreu is there and makes the catch. A base hit by Blaylock, an error by the Angels have allowed Texas to take the 2-0 lead. And Vlad Guerrero, a big fly in each of his last 2 games. Juan Rivera goes 5, Morales 6. Then is Turris, Mathis, and Howie Kendrick has started all 3 games since his recall from the minor leagues. On the mound, 6'4", 230-pound right-hander Kevin Millwood.
Okay, they know, Angels know what they're getting in Millwood. He's a horse, and he's a guy who is a smart pitcher. He's got a good fastball. He's not as overpowering as he once was, but still that fastball, he's going to show a little sink to it and tailing action at 91. He'll cut his fastball into lefties. That's been an effective pitch off lefties. Curve, slider, and a change. So he's got a bunch of pitches, but he's going to try to establish that fastball early against the Angels.
Sean Figgins. Big theme of the night was vote for Figgy to make the All-Star team. His first time up, he grounds out to the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Yeah, Millwood's one of the tough pitchers for Figgy. All right, defending, you're going to see Josh Hamilton taking the wrappers off. He's getting a chance to play out there in the outfield where he loves it. You see the middle infielder, this kid Elvis Andrus, he's been a great rookie at 21 this year for them. Michael Young's made the adjustment to third with no problem. The defense ranks 8th in the American League with 50 errors.
The batter is Bobby Abreu, who's really been hot. 6 hits in the Baltimore series. The Angels won 3 of the 4 games. Bobby won game 1 with a big home run late. As a matter of fact, he hit one early, and it was his first multi-home run game with the Angels. He now has 6 this year to go with his 51 RBIs.
That's right. 35 of those ribbies have come in the last 32 games. So he's been extremely productive.
Since June 1st, nobody has more. He's number 1, and Juan Rivera with 29 RBIs, second most in the AL. Millwood's pitch is swung on and hit to the first baseman. Blaylock has it, and very quickly 2 outs in the first inning. Well, they're going to have to get to Millwood because he has been so tough this year. He has a 2.8 earned run average, 5th lowest in the American League, and has recorded a staff best 12 quality starts, 2 shy of the American League lead, which already surpasses the total he had last year, just 11.
It's been very consistent. He really is the leader of this team as far as the starting pitcher goes. He's their guy. And Weaver, he's been the most consistent Angel starter. It's the Rangers that got a 2-0 lead early.
Here is Torrey Hunter going to his 3rd All-Star game. Went with the Twins in 2002 and 2007, and he said he was really blessed this time, felt great about it because it's his first time going as an Angel. And he hits that one pretty well to center field. Backing up, though, is Hamilton, and has it measured, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 first inning for Kevin Millwood. on toasted mini buns. There's the Angels team store right here at the Big A. You can find some great merchandise. We encourage fans to wear their red as the Angels taking on their Western rivals, Texas, in the first of a 3-game series. Rangers scored 2 in the first off of Jared Weaver. Weaver has been knocked around a little bit lately. You include this start, he's now allowed 18 runs in his last 17 2/3 innings against the Dodgers, Arizona, and now the second against the Texas Rangers.
Just leaving a few balls out over the plate. That's all. His command is one of the reasons.
Cruz big time power. He's tied for third in the American League with home runs. Carlos Pena has 23. Justin Morneau with 21. Then you've got Hill, Teixeira, Cruz, and Branyan, and Jermaine Dye all with 20. Fastball zips it right by Nelson Cruz and strikes him out. Second K for Jared Weaver.
There you go. Just get right after him. His success comes when he throws strike 1 and strike 2, and he gets ahead of those batters, and then they're not sure what to look for. His fastball, the curve, or the changeup, either one of them. He's got a little slider once in a while he'll mix in, but that curveball, I think, is one of his better pitches.
Now Weaver to face a former Atlanta Braves first-round pick in 2003, Jared Salter-Lamacchia. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Salty was one of the Braves' top prospects, but when they signed Brian McCann to a 6-year deal for the Braves, it made Salty expendable, so they included him to get Teixeira in now.
2 nice curves, one inside, one outside. Let's see if he tries to come upstairs with a 4-seam fastball. Nope, stay with the breaking ball down low.
Coming inside and on the hands of Salter-Lamacchia. It'll stay 1-2.
You mentioned Jeff Mathis getting most of the reps catching him over Mike Napoli. That's 95 1/3 innings coming into this start. Mathis has patrolled Weaver. Pretty good job. That ERA 3.12. Napoli has just caught 12 innings of Weaver this year.
Well, with the curve, and that is roped down the right field side. So do you think he might want to change his eye level?
Yeah, a fastball up and in was one, and then now that curveball. It's 3 curves in this at bat here. Once you throw a hitter more than 1 or 2 curves in that bat, he kind of gets a little gauge that pitch. We'll see how he handles that changeup away right here.
Back inside with a fastball at 2-2. Texas has dominated the Angels this year in the series, winning 5 of 6. All of the ball games in Arlington. It's a rare occasion that the Angels have played the Rangers so late at home. Salter-Lamacchia pumps that one foul.
Well, they've had a great record against the West in their own division, 15-4. So they've been dominating the AL West.
They've won 5 straight ball games.
If their pitching doesn't wilt in the next 2 months, 3 months, they're going to be contenders against the Angels, no question. There's the changeup, just missed. That's the one we haven't seen. He might double up with a change.
Good at bat by Salter-Lamacchia. Here is the 9th pitch of this duel between Weaver. Now Salter-Lamacchia steps out. A battle of Jareds. Weaver and Salter-Lamacchia. Salty, you can strike out a lot. He has struck out 81 times this year. Shallow right center. That's out number 2.
Finished him off with his 4th curveball in the at-bat. It's a good pitch.
There's Ron Washington. He's a player's manager, but he's also a defensive wizard. Their defense has gotten better every single year. And he was the defensive coach for the Oakland A's before he took the Texas job.
Yeah, no, he's an energetic guy, very fundamental, loves the fundamentals, was an infield instructor for the Oakland A's for several years, as he also was their 3rd base coach. He's got a lot of knowledge in the West. So does Seattle manager Don Wakamatsu. These guys have been coaches in the American League West for a long time. I'm sure that was one of the reasons that their bosses gave them the opportunity, because they know who they got to beat.
Elvis Andrus, the rookie. Weaver has already thrown 40 pitches, not yet through the second.
This kid looks pretty good, Andrus, and it's going to be a dogfight between him and that kid Reimel, the left fielder for Baltimore, for Rookie of the Year, in my opinion.
And Rick Porcello of Detroit.
That's right. You got to throw a pitcher in there. He's having a pretty good year. We haven't seen much of him.
You hate those pitchers, don't you?
No, but you know, you just I don't study the pitchers' stats as much as others.
Good fastball. Did he go? Yes, he did, and that's it for Elvis. So a 1-2-3 second inning, but the Rangers lead Weaver 2-0. And he has always been trouble for Texas. Going back to the time when he started his career against the Rangers by hitting in 44 consecutive games. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Second baseman Kinsler. That's the first out of the second inning.
Yeah, we're going to show you Saturday's homer that went over both bullpens. Man, he caught that one. He looked like he was on the driving range there. Nice stroke. And yesterday, this is a ball that was above the belt. So you know he likes them high or low. And Millwood has only thrown 8 pitches. So his pitch count, they've been hacking on him early.
Kevin, first pitch fastball inside to Juan Rivera.
Well, the Angels get down. Like they have the last few games. No one gets upset or gets nervous. They know that they've got plenty of time to connect, and they've been doing that. I mean, they've been connecting. Over the last 22 games, the Angels have hit 35 homers. So they're all of a sudden becoming a home run hitting team. This guy's
high strike. Wow, that was right at the letters.
And Juan's been one of the reasons. He's just really been excelling. The Angels have hit 45 doubles in those 22 games as well, so the extra bases have been raining off the bats of Angels.
Comes back with a fastball that's right about the belt, and both taken by Juan Rivera. The count is 2-2. Millwood has tremendous command for a guy as big as he is, 6'4", 230. But he reported to camp in the best shape ever, and that was kind of an instruction from team president Nolan Ryan. Fastball low. There was a great article written in the LA Times this morning by a terrific baseball writer, Mike DiGiovanna, on the blueprint that Nolan Ryan has put down with the Rangers. He wanted tougher pitching. He wanted pitchers in better shape. He wanted pitchers to throw strikes and pitch inside. Ground ball third. Young has it. Long throw. Airmails that one almost into the dugout. It will go as a base hit for Juan Rivera.
Yeah, well, you see the contrast of two different fielders. Michael Young, a former shortstop, he's comfortable making that little jump throw, but that one got too much air underneath it. It's a long throw to make that play. Figgins, he prefers to plant his feet and get his feet under him to make a more accurate throw. See, if you don't get on top of that, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Sean Figgins made a play in Saturday's game, Rex, where a quick base runner, Adam Jones, hit the ball, and Figgins fielded it and ran into foul territory. It took him there, but he planted and gunned a strike across. And you and I were a little bit surprised that it would get to Speedy Jones, but it did by a step.
He relies on his strong throwing arm.
Here is Kendry Morales. Morales with a 10-game hit streak going, batting .368. Sean Figgins playing Gold Glove style third. Getting a lot of votes from a lot of Angel fans for that All-Star game. You can vote until Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific time.
Hey, Morales, he's riding a season-high 10-game hitting streak. He's second on the team with 147 total bases, so he's been an extra base-hitting machine. He's got a good level swing, and man, his batting practice today, he was really squaring up that ball. Didn't take a big swing from this guy. He's strong.
Upstairs. And just the way the opposing pitchers are showing respect by throwing him a lot of off-speed pitches, breaking balls early in at-bats.
Well, they know him, even though they haven't faced him a whole lot, they know he's dangerous. Now, he most likely will not be swinging 3-0 here.
All four.
Take the walk. Try to get him in a little pattern here. There's a walk and a knock this inning. Angels would like to come up with some clutch hits, and if there's anybody who could, it's this mighty Meiser right here, Sturis.
And he has been the hottest Angel recently with a .419 batting average his last 11 games. A leap over 300. The Angels do have 5 batters hitting over 300. They lead the American League in batting at .281.
That's better than the National League too, so all of baseball. But clutch hits big. Angels, they have a great mark at .284 as their runner is in scoring position average.
Strike one. Millwood 4-4 in his career against the Angels.
Sturis just 2 for 15 lifetime off Millwood, but he's got a good level swing. Puts the ball on the line.
And he hits that one to right field, but backing up is Cruz making the catch. Rivera tags, and he will go to third. There's no throw, and the Angels have him first and third with 2 outs.
Nothing wrong with that swing.
Hey fans, there's a great ticket special for tomorrow and Wednesday's games as the Angels host division rival Texas, courtesy of ESPN Zone and Downtown Disney. Tickets are still available for just $7 in select view level seats and $12 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password RIVALS at the Angel Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. Well, it's up to Jeff Mathis to come through. He's done a nice job batting over 300 with runners in scoring position this year. Righty-righty matchup.
Boy, that's it's a different game if that ball that Meiser hits in the gap, just right at him.
Strike one.
Mathis the same identical success off of Millwood almost. Less 2 at bats, 2 for 13 in his career. Pretty good average this year though, knocking them in. 303. Runner out there at second and beyond.
Yeah, Kevin has really good fastball tonight. And he has shown basically that pitch early because he still has that overhand curveball that's one of the better ones in the game.
Yep, haven't seen that, but that slider's been a good one too. He'll use that, and he's not afraid to use his changeup to either righties or lefties.
In there, 1-2, and Mathis still has not swung the bat, so advantage Kevin Millwood.
Right, you're in a run-producing situation here. Anything close, you want to be aggressive. And if with 2 strikes on you, you don't want to get called out looking.
He's been pounding that outside corner with the fastball in this at bat against Jeff. Comes back there. Two nothing. Texas leads. They scored 2 runs in the first on a base hit by Blaylock, a fielding error by Figgins. Just barely missing. Wow, what an eye to take that pitch.
Well, that's a little bit close. Now he knows that Juan Rivera will be running. Excuse me, Morales at first base. Almost too close to take. You don't want to get called out looking. He still hasn't swung yet.
And Kevin Millwood has only thrown him the fastball. The 3-2. Another hook, and that ball is driven to left center field. And look at this. Jeff Mathis has given the Angels a lead on a 3-2 pitch home run. Wow.
Can't write it up any better. It's the first swing he took of the night. And he ran the count to 3-2. And man, did he step on that. That's a big shot early for the Angels to give them the lead. Not just get back in the game. What a shot. That's Mathis' 3rd home run of the year, and he knew it. Millwood did too. He's trying a little body language, but for Millwood, that's his 6th home run given up to a right-handed batter. And now 15 home runs overall, 9 to left-handers. So the home run ball has hurt Millwood at times this year.
He threw 5 straight fastballs and then came with another, and it was the first time Jeff swung.
I don't think that Millwood thought he could hit it. There you go.
Well, it goes in his book, can hit fastball.
That's right, especially when you know it's coming. Great swing, though. He didn't overdo it or anything. First swing of the night to hit a homer, a 3-run shot. Ooh, man, that's dangerous.
Howie Kendrick rolls one to Michael Young. His throw in time, inning over, but the Angels score 3 on a home run by Jeff Mathis, his 3rd of the year. Complete game shutout. Boy, I tell you what, I thought that would be moment number 1, because what a game that was to call, Hud.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Joe had everything working. It's nice to see him go all the way without giving up a run. That's a beautiful mark in a pitcher's cap.
Jared Weaver will face the top of the order. Ian Kinsler shows bunt, takes curveball, strike one.
Okay, since he swung and popped up the first one, he knew he wasn't going to, so he says, I'll just bring Figgy in a little bit there with that fake bunt. Riding his worst slump of his career right now.
0 for 22.
He had a rip there. He's a home run hitter, though. He's got quick swings. He could come out of it in one swing.
25 years old, from Tucson, Arizona, in his 4th big league season. He was having an MVP campaign last year before he ended the season on August 18th with a sports hernia injury. Popped him up. Morales coming down, calling off Jeff Mathis, and Kendry makes the catch for out number 1. He has the lowest ERA in the American League and the major leagues, and this is a Firestone leaderboard. You've got a 1.11, from Verlander, and Weaver at 1.83. It's the home batting average against that he is number 1. Then Zach Greinke at 3rd. So I beg your pardon, Verlander has the lowest home ERA. Then Jared Weaver. There's a ground ball struck to the shortstop Myceris Turris, and Weaver may have his quickest and easiest inning if we can get Hamilton out.
It's what you want after your team gets you back in the game with one big swing. Sando, he's doing his best to help Figgy get in there. I'm sure all these guys are voting for their teammate too.
Look at Napoli shake his head like, get that off the back of your hat. Be a big leaguer. He goes, I am. I'm voting for a big leaguer.
Figgy, he helps him get his wins. They all pull together.
You know, it was Sean. Remember that remarkable play he made to rob a Kansas City Royal of a base hit in the game that Saunders pitched?
Oh, yeah. He steals a lot of base hits with his athleticism and good range.
Well, Josh Hamilton is 2 for 2 coming back from the injury. Bobby Abreu with a strong throw. Hamilton is in there with a 2-out double, so 2 for 2. In the minor leagues, he had all kinds of problems. He only went 3 for 23 in the minor leagues, but in the big leagues, no problem, 2 for 2.
That's right, he's back. Here we go. We're going to show the Exmo swing here again. He fights it off again. This is exactly off the end of his bat, though. He didn't fight. The first time he got a hit, he fought off an inside pitch, but that one, he had him out front, and he's going good.
I was in the clubhouse today, and Josh was picking out the perfect bat, and he was going through like 5 or 6 bats, trying to see one that absolutely was the perfect size and weight for his swings. There's that story of Ted Williams, who had 5 bats. I'm sorry, he had like 100 bats shipped to him from Louisville Slugger, and Williams sent all but 8 of them back, and he said these other ones that I checked out, way too much. They were off, Rex, like by 1/10 of an ounce. I mean, hardly anything. Ground ball 3rd. Figgins has it. His throw offline, but he tags him as he goes by. Nice play by Kendry Morales, and Jones is out. So are the Rangers in the 3rd. Sean Figgins, Bobby Abreu, and Torrey Hunter. Kevin Millwood kept on pumping fastball after fastball to Mathis, and Mathis finally swung, and he hit it a ton. Left center field. There you can vote for Sean Figgins to make it to the All-Star game by 1 o'clock Pacific time on Thursday. I think everybody was on today. I don't know how many fans I talked to who said they were on their computer. It does just take 1 minute. You go to MLB.com, click on the All-Star voting, just put in the information. Very easy to do. And there's Sean Figgins. You only have to vote for Figgins. You don't have to vote for everybody. There's a high strike.
I mentioned Figgy's had a difficult time with Millwood in his career, just 6 hits and 35 at bats. I think at 36 as he grounded out to the second baseman in his first time up.
But he's in the top so many categories this year. Top 10 in batting, in runs scored, in triples, and hits, on base percentage.
And, you know, it's just not the fact of getting another Angel on the All-Star team. It's the fact that he can help Madden win that game.
There's a strike that barely graces that outside corner. You're right, and also the fact that he is so deserving.
Right. But when you take that with all those other guys, who can help that team the most? Sean Figgins can in a National League ballpark, because they're playing National League rules. So when you bring a starting pitcher out, you can pinch hit him, or you can let him play a double switch. He'll take the walk.
And there is a base on balls. And when you take a look at the lineup, you've got Kinsler, who only plays second base, Lind, who is a corner outfielder, Pena, who only can play first base, and Brandon Inge, valuable guy, can play everywhere.
He's a lot like Figgy now, Brandon Inge. That guy can start. He can do more than Figgy can. As a matter of fact, Inge can catch. Figgy probably could, but Inge has more experience there. But I like Figgy's chances, and it's all on a vote. And I'm sure if you ask Joe Madden, he would give you his sentimental favorite, but he's probably not talking about that.
So just go to angelsbaseball.com and cast your 2009 All-Star Game final vote. Send Figgins to the All-Star Game in St. Louis. Voting ends 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific on Thursday.
Okay, Millwood, he's allowed 9 stolen bases this year. Excuse me, he's allowed 12. He's looking at Weaver's stats. He's allowed 12 stolen bases, and he's only had 3 caught. Last year they stole 22 bases off Millwood, so he didn't get the ball home as quickly as he would like to sometimes. Figgy's 4th in the AL with 24 stolen bases, another category where he's in the top 10.
Yep. Bobby Abreu doing a little bit of talking to Laz Diaz, the home plate umpire. Eric Cooper's at first base. Figgins was thinking about going. The pitch is high. Sultan Lamakia thinks about throwing. Meantime, Mike Riley's the second base umpire, and Chuck Merriweather's at third.
Sultan Lamakia, he's having a pretty good year as far as throwing runners out. 24.1%. That's not too bad, especially when you steal bases off the pitcher.
You wonder if Mike Scioscia is so concerned about sending Shaw because Millwood has such great command that they might pitch out on 1-1. They might even pitch out on 2-1.
Well, Figgy's got a pretty big lead, and he looks like he wants to go. Previous pitch, he took off, and maybe it was just a practice takeoff. But it looks like he wants to run. Good lead.
Figgins was bluffing a move again. He had a jump for about 2 steps and then retreated. The pitch was high and outside. Okay, so now it's 2-1. That was almost a pitch out.
You want to take a breaking ball if you can. So they've been throwing fastballs up to give Sultan Lamakia a chance to throw him out.
Number 1 in Halo history, Gary Pettis, who's the Rangers' first base coach, is the guy that Figgins passed. Figgins goes, pitches swung on, rolled to second base. Kinsler's only play is first, so it's as good as a sacrifice, although Bobby was hoping to pull it through the hole between first and second base.
Hey, Figgins, he had a good enough jump. He might have stolen the base, but Abreu, you know, you can't ask him to take everything. When he sees the runner going, he's trying to hit that hole. It's not exact. There was a little bit of action on that off-speed pitch that he threw him going down, so he hit the top half of the ball. Now let's see how Torrey handles this opportunity to hit with a runner in scoring position. He hit one on the screws last time up to the center fielder. Good fastball hitter. He looks for mistakes.
That is whacked to left field. This will score Figgins easily. The Angels go in front 4-2 on the single by Torrey Hunter.
Ooh, man, that was clean. Ball's hit so hard it got to Marlon Byrd, the left fielder. He couldn't even get a double out of that.
That ties Hunter with Longoria for the third most RBIs in the American League.
First pitch, right down in his wheelhouse. He gets underneath that. That's a 2-run homer. So now Vladdy, he swung at the first pitch last time up. Let's see if he takes one or two, but it looks like that home run swing is starting to come back a little bit. And if it does, that's a plus for the middle of that order.
Vladdy popped up on the first pitch to the second baseman Kinsler. Because there's a runner on first base, they won't play as dramatic a shift on the left side. With nobody on, they had 3 infielders on the left side of the infield. Now Kinsler is on the right side of the bag. Well, he knocks a few Angels off the front step.
Yeah, Mickey didn't even have time to get his hat out and try to catch that. That's just saying, come on, turn the field around, Big Daddy. So he swings the first one again. Now, Torrey Hunter's got 13 stolen bases at first base. He's been caught just 3 times. He's a situational stealer. He'll go when he feels like he can get the best jump. Vladdy hits into a lot of double plays.
Foul. Vlad won't be going to the All-Star game this year. He missed 35 games because of a tear in his chest muscle. This guy went so many times for the Montreal Expos and then the Angels, a former AL MVP, because what he did 1 week against the Texas Rangers and the Oakland Athletics. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses.
Vladdy played right field for the first time all year yesterday, and he looked pretty good. He caught a couple pop-ups. Threw the ball a few times, but sure loves playing both ends of the ball.
Hunter back.
But what that's going to do is Vladdy, he keeps putting him out there maybe 2-3 times a week. It's going to spell some of the other outfielders and give them a time to DH. So it's a good thing. Vladdy's getting out and right again.
Went after a high pitch. But if he does have Vlad play right field, he can rest Abreu or Rivera. But they can't rest Torrey Hunter because the only guy who can play center field for the Angels would be coming off the bench, and that would be Gary Matthews Jr. or Reggie Willis, who's now with the ball club. And Hunter needs a break in the second half. Two balls and 2 strikes.
I like the way Vladdy's taking pitches here. He's got a good AB going. He's been hacking, but he's eyeballing a few. Millwood doesn't want to give him anything over the plate.
He's hitting .359 against Kevin in his past with 4 home runs. 4 of his 396 against the Texas right-hander. Line drive, base hit, right field. Hunter will hold at second base. Cruz has a good arm. First and second for the Angels with a run home and 1 out.
All right, Big Daddy, man, I like the at-bat. He was all over it. Anything Millwood had to throw a strike, that's the middle of the plate, pulled his hands in and went right where it was pitched on the outer half. Didn't try to pull it. He tries to pull that, he pops it up. Vladdy, he knows how to get singles as well as homers. But he's starting to click now, and watch out. I thought it would happen a little bit sooner. But, you know, this his 168th at-bat. It's coming.
Angel fans, all kids ages 12 and under, are invited down to the field to run the bases following every Sunday home game. And we've got the Yankees in town this Sunday, the 12th. Then stay for the kids' Run the Bases postgame. Visit angelsbaseball.com or the Angel Stadium ticket window to purchase your tickets today. Well, the Angels been able to knock Kevin Millwood around a little bit in the second and third inning. Look at those youngsters. They've got the Thunder sticks going, the halo sticks. That guy's got a mohawk haircut. He and Vlad hot after the haircut. There's a rope to right field. That's a base hit. Coming around is Torrey Hunter. He will score. Guerrero's moving to third and makes it safety. Throw to second. They've got Rivera in a rundown, and they'll tag him out. That's out number 2.
Okay, we've seen Juan try to stretch that into a double. We've seen it earlier this year. He did this once before, but still, it's an aggressive play. He thought he could get there, but he put the brakes on in time, and he's hoping to get Vladdy home. Didn't quite get to the gap. Nelson Cruz closed on it very quickly. But still a clutch hit. Nothing wrong with that. That's a breaking ball, man. He hit that like he knew it was coming. Right there. He sat on it. Cruz had a big throw, but Elvis Andrus, he cut it off. And that's the importance of a good throw. You want to keep it down to where you can cut it off and get one. And see, he's a little indecisive right there. He's like, well, should I go? Should I not? Next time, maybe Alfredo will help him a little bit and say, hey, back here.
Yeah, but what a play by Andrus.
Yeah, it was a nice play. The ball was
off balance throw, too. Angels getting to Millwood, though, who is the Rangers pitcher of the month of June, going 4-1 with a 1.3 earned run average. He only gave up 5 runs the entire month of June, and he's already given up 5 against the Angels in 1 game in July. Curveball in there, and a good one. That was the pitch I thought we might see in the at-bat against Jeff Mathis.
That right there is very hittable. That was a hanging curve. It's a nice curve. It's got a little bit of break to it, but when it hangs, you see, now Morales will make a mental picture of that, a note, and he'll say, okay, that ball started out around my eyes, and it dropped right into my wheelhouse.
Second base, Kinsler has it. Angels are out, but they get 2 more in the third. Big hits by Hunter and Rivera. At the end of 3, Angels lead. Are the others? I know that Rex can name the ones that he played with.
That's right. It's a pretty good chance.
And broadcast with.
Yeah. Well, we'll see a few guys like that. I'm sure Brian Harvey's name is going to be in there somewhere. He was a real good closer for the Angels. We'll let you know next inning who they all are.
Hank Blaylock will lead it off. He singled in a run back in the first inning when Texas got 2 runs. One on his base hit, and on the throw, an error by Figgins allowed the other to score. There's Brian getting ready to go for the 4th time. He went 3 times with Colorado. He said it was a real honor because everybody before the game was watching Wimbledon. Roger Federer and Andy Roddick. Mike Scioscia had to tell both Torrey and Brian that they were going to St. Louis. High fastball.
Nothing wrong with that news. That's good news. Managers love to give that kind of information to the guys who are deserving.
Curveball struck foul into the seats, and it's 1-2. Hank Blaylock out of San Diego, California. Jared Weaver out of Simi Valley. Southern California is just so filled with great baseball players. We've got a few of them on display here. Michael Young from Covina.
I tell you, if you're a young catcher out there, you can learn a lot by watching Jeff Mathis. Watch the target. Watch how he moves his feet. He's looking at the hitter. He's thinking along with the hitter. Okay, now watch the target. He's going to let you know where he wants it. Goes up a little bit. Blaylock had a pretty good rip. Got away with one there. That was his pitch. He wanted that. But Napoli, if he wants a curveball, Mathis, if he wants one down, he'll really accentuate it with his glove down. He's checking the hitter out. See how he looks at the hitter. He's saying, all right, where is he looking? Right away. Good spot.
Counts full.
3-2. And there's a little wiggle, means a possible changeup coming.
And Blaylock hits it well. Hunter is back at the wall, leaping, and did he get it? Yes, he did! Another catch that tells you he'll win his 9th Gold Glove this year.
Shoot the Spider-Man web at him while you're at it.
He's awesome.
He can climb a wall with the best of them. He timed it. And see, he knows. He looked at the wall once. He knew exactly where he was. Has to get up and pick it off the wall. That would have been extra bases. Now, that was a changeup. Blaylock wasn't fooled. He stayed with it. And Hunter's able to time it perfectly with good focus. Nice concentration.
Hud, is that habit because the last time he checked for the wall was when he was on the grass, and then you saw him hit the warning track and then do like 3 little steps, and then boom, he knew exactly where he was.
Playing a lot of games in center field and knowing the area.
Listen to the crowd. They were chanting Torrey, 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 and he smiled. Another gold moment for Mr. Hunter. He's wearing the gold on that glove on his left hand. 8 Gold Gloves. 7 with the Twins, 1 with the Angels.
He knows exactly where he is, and he knows also he can put his foot up on the wall and get another foot if he needed to. Weave says thank you. Glad to have you run down a mistake or two.
The 2-1 to Marlon Byrd, and a good curveball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice little breaking ball. I'll tell you, when you're out in the backyard playing wiffle ball, or you're throwing a ball to your kid or something, you know, and you're trying to get that curveball over, it's amazing how you can really fool your kids or somebody with a good breaking ball. But these guys here are the best in the world at it. And when they miss, it makes you feel good if you're a pitcher, making them throw that, or making them off balance like that. We'll show some off balance left-handed swings tonight. I promise you, with our Exmo camera, we're used to showing you big hits from those guys, but we'll show you what it's like to be off balance.
Broke his bat and hits it past the Angels dugout. Texas and the Angels both at 45 and 35, tied for the American League West. Texas took an early 2-0 lead, but the Angels came back with a 3-run home run by Jeff Mathis in the second, scored 2 more in the third. Bird takes outside, the count's full. 3-2 on 3-2. Blaylock went deep, but Hunter made another brilliant catch up against the right center field wall to take extra bases away from Hank Blaylock. That ball struck pretty well. Rivera back near the track, still going back there to make the catch. Second out. But Torrey Hunter, we talked about his great play in center field. He talked about making the All-Star team.
My first one with the Angels, and the Angels, man, this organization, the fans, the coaching staff, the players, everybody's just brought me in with open arms, and I'm pretty excited to go out there and represent the Angels organization and the fans, and go out there and do my best. Try to get that MVP, you know what I'm saying?
He's always got a little flair, not only with his glove, but his personality too, and he's a welcome addition to the Angels, no question about it.
You know, that's like one of those those little measuring sticks they have against the wall when you check your kid's height. I wanted to see how many years he could go up that rail on the Angels championship banner. He went all the way to 2007.
Well, keep your eye on that one. It's going to be tough to pick that out of the sky.
Henry Morales there, and he goes into the dugout. Well, fine catch by Henry Morales. Oh, Jared Weaver loves his defense in the fourth.
That'll work. Torrey Hunter, he ran down a Hank Blaylock hit off a changeup, kept it from extra bases. Sweet.
Read him, well, the manager, Mike Scioscia.
That's right. He appreciates all the play of his players. He backs every one of them, and he's very patient. You know, if he'd have panicked and made a trade for the bullpen, you know, then who knows what would have happened. But he says, you know what, we have guys, they're healthy outside of Shields. Let's just stay with them. We got plenty of time this season, and they've responded. All of them have.
Meiser as Turris pops up, lead off the fourth. And that's the first out for Kevin Millwood in the fourth. Time for our Aflac trivia question. It's about Angel closers, the guys who get the final outs, the toughest outs in baseball. But Ryan Fuentes is the Angels' 6th All-Star reliever since 1990. Who are the others?
Well, Percy's in there for sure.
Brendan Donnelly is the guy.
And Lee Smith. Lee Arthur, way to go. He broke in Percy. What a nice guy. One of the all-time save leaders, Lee Smith, broke Percy in. Percy broke Frankie in. And how about Donnelly? That one year he went, he was the winning pitcher.
Yep, 2003. We have in this building tonight the guy with the game-winning hit in the game, the guy who was the MVP, not in the building here, but either Angels or Rangers, because Hank Blaylock got the game-winning home run. Garrett Anderson, an Angel, was the MVP and also won the home run derby. And as you talked about, Brendan Donnelly was the winning pitcher and Mike Scioscia was the winning manager in 2003.
And in that All-Star game on the National League side was the center fielder Andrew Jones, and he hit a big 3-run home run and knocked in another one. So he was in line for the honors of NL MVP if they would have won. And I had those guys in their locker room talking about that, Blaylock, and they were bagging on Garrett. They were going, man, I had an MVP. And Blaylock says, I thought I had it too. And Andrew Jones chirped in and says, man, I had a good game. But it's interesting to hear those guys, how they all want the hardware.
I think they all want the bragging rights.
Yeah, they want the big hit because that game is the most watched All-Star game in history.
But remember any this, sport. Garrett gave Hank the opportunity because Garrett tied it. And then Blaylock won it with his home run off of Eric Gagne. Slider misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Millwood roughed up by the Angels in innings 2 and 3.
They like to throw Howie inside. He's such a good inside-out hitter. They want to make him pull the ball, and he will every once in a while. He'll get that head out when he has to. He likes to live in that right center area.
Back up the middle, Kinsler backhands and flips, and Kendrick is out. And that's the final out of the 4th inning. Angels lead it 5-2 going to number 5.
Jack inside the box. We'll go ahead and do it. Salty. How about Saltamachia? Look at that. 14 letters. Heck, you know what, folks? It kind of looks like a rainbow while you're at it. Look at that. Nice numbers.
And he is bunting. And Figgins has no play. It's a base hit for Saltamachia.
Wow.
The longest, most letters in Major League history.
That's right. And he earned that one. As he bunted, he got halfway down the line. He stumbled and fell. Figgy picked it up and still almost got him, but he ends up diving headfirst into the base. Man, Ron Washington, the manager, had to come out and see if he's all right. All right, here it is. A good bunt, caught him off guard a little bit. But Saltamachia had a tough time getting to first base. Good idea.
So the guy with 14 letters and 6 syllables to his name now at first base.
That's almost
2 syllables and 5 letters up.
You almost need to be a little bit taller to fit his name in there.
Exactly. He's got to be a headache for the equipment guy. Oh man, it's going to take me a week to get these letters in the back of this guy's jersey. Elvis Andrus had a terrific homestand, hitting .346, struck out looking his first time against Weaver.
See that bunt base hit, that's a good idea there. See, he kind of messes up the defense a little bit. Says, all right, hey, look, well, get a runner on. That's what they need, are runners.
He's 20 years old. Last year he was in Double-A, never played Triple-A, made the leap because they thought he was ready defensively, and now he's shown he's offensively set, leading all rookies in hits. The pitch is swung on foul back. They had the hit and run on as they sent Saltamachia, who does not have a steal this year.
Okay, we're going to go back and see how tough it was for Salty to get to first. Okay, got a little carried away. Oh, he didn't quite go down, but he does there. But it was such a good bunt, and that Figgy was back. He had time to stumble and then make the head first slide into first, which is not advisable. A lot of injuries come from diving head first into the base.
1-2, I believe he went. Yes, he did. That's a strikeout for Jared Weaver, number 4 in the ball game.
Reaching out over there. Good breaking pitch. That's what it's for. It's designed to trick you a little bit. He was way out in front. See, that's called being off balance, folks, and it's easy to do. Especially when you got a guy like Weaver up there who's got a few trick pitches, that changeup and curveball are tricksters. He's popped up Kinsler twice in this game. Keep
Dangerous batter with 19 home runs.
Keep him popping up.
Ball 1.
Short, compact swing. And you mentioned last year he had an MVP season, most valuable player. And we're talking. He was second baseman right there with Pedroia, but he missed a lot of time at the end of the season with that sports hernia. Hurt his chances.
Hits that one to left field. Juan Rivera has it measured. Makes the catch 0 for 3 as Ian Kinsler back to first base sought Lamacchia because he missed the last 6 weeks of the year, did Ian. And when he was injured on August 18th, was hitting .319, 18 home runs, 71 RBIs from the leadoff spot. He's had already scored 102 runs, and he had stolen 26 bases.
Oh, he was putting up some great numbers. Fine young player.
Weaver has been able to solve him. He is now 0 for 3. But the batter's Michael Young.
Kinsler's just hitting .253 and Figgy's hitting .312.
Vote Figgy.
That's right. Kinsler so far is leading in the vote getting. Vote Figgy. You got till Thursday, 1 o'clock Pacific. Vote as many times as you can.
Hit sharply foul. And since we have a moment here, I've got to say hello because C.J. Wilson, who's one of the relievers for the Texas Rangers, he said, Steve, would you please say, just say hi to my grandmother Barbara in Fountain Valley. So hi to Grandma Barbara in Fountain Valley. C.J. Wilson grew up an Angel fan, came to a lot of games. Now he is competing against this team. Grandma C.J.'s thinking of it. Weaver's pitch to Michael Young, and that ball is fouled off.
Just barely, but there's that four-seamer that he'll use upstairs to try to get a punch.
And Laz Diaz has been calling the high strike too, so the guy's more inclined to swing upstairs.
That's right.
Look at Michael Young, his average. He is going to his 6th All-Star game. He went 5 times as a shortstop, and now as a third baseman.
Nothing too good 0-2 to this guy. He's got a nice inside-out swing as well.
Morales has it. Touches first. Weaver pitching well since giving up 2 in the first. Good crowd on hand for game one of this 3-game series. Angels sending 3 strong pitchers, and Weaver tonight, Lackey tomorrow, Santana on Wednesday. The Rangers have changed up. They had Padilla scheduled to go tomorrow, but that's been canceled. Her ball misses low to Sean Figgins. They're going to go with Dustin Nippert tomorrow. Padilla has been suffering a little bit of a sore shoulder, but may go on Wednesday, so they have a slash on Wednesday, either Padilla or Tommy Hunter. Nippert's been on the DL and obviously coming off tomorrow.
Big unit, Randy Johnson. He went to the disabled list. Strained shoulder for him. See if he can get on base again. Got a walk, and he's looking like he's heading there again. 3-0.
He has 43 walks in. His on-base percentage just over 390, and that's in the top 10. And you mentioned Randy Johnson. That takes me back to the terrific story by Mike DiGiovanna in the LA Times this morning. There's a strike. You always talk about pitching inside, and there was a conversation at the end of the DiGiovanna story where they asked Tony Gwynn who he hated to face, Randy Johnson or Steve Carlton. Pitch on the way, misses outside, a walk to Sean Figgins, and he said, "Oh, Randy Johnson." And he said, "Well, why?" Because Carlton always tried to get me out of the way, so I felt more comfortable because I could take the ball that way. But he said the big unit would always come inside, so I never felt comfortable.
That's exactly what we're trying to, I'm sure Butcher and them are talking to Saunders about. You know, because the right-handers have been really busting Saunders home runs wise. 16 home runs now. He's given up. He's going to have to learn how to pitch inside effectively. Give them a little bit of a fear in there because they're too comfortable sitting in there.
A leadoff walk to Sean Figgins. Millwood with his roughest outing since May. Figgins goes. The pitch is swung on, hut to left field, and that's a base hit. Figgins will hold at second base because he had to make sure that the left fielder would not catch the baseball. Now it's time for Lexus's Pursuing Perfection.
All right, with Torrey Hunter stepping to the plate, we got to show him how he robbed Hank Blaylock. And he robs a ton of guys. And they try to rob him. That's right. It's competition at its finest. Hunter against the wall. And Hunter's come out victorious almost every time. Now, one crash into the wall got him a 2-day absence from the games, but still, he's making plays, and that's Lexus Pursuing Perfection.
And he made that catch up to the year 2007, and that was the year he last went to an All-Star game. Hunter 1 for 2 with an RBI and run scored.
Okay, I saw Sean Figgins and Abreu talking before Figgy came up to lead off the inning. They were talking, and I'm saying to myself, all right, they got something going between themselves. They don't always have to get the hit and run from the manager. So the fact they were talking together, Figgy got on first, he took off first pitch. Abreu says, "I'm swinging first pitch. I'm gonna go first pitch," Figgy told him. He goes, "All right, I'm hacking." So that worked perfectly, and I'm sure that was designed by those two guys, not given from Socia. And veterans can do that. Once you get to know each other as the season goes along, you know, you could tell a guy on deck, "Hey, look, if I get on, I'm stealing first pitch," just so the hitter knows that.
Torrey Hunter with a gapper. Figgins will score easily. Abreu to third, and Hunter has his second RBI.
Oh, nice stroke on an off-speed pitch. So Millwood's saying, all right, I better start going to my secondary pitches now, but the Angels, they're not missing those either. Coming up with some big hits when they have to against their ace. Okay, there it was. He's ready to hack right away. With a runner in scoring position, he becomes a run producer, and he knows he's been the Angels' best run producer of the year. 65 RBIs, now third in the American League. The leader is Jason Bay with 70 and Justin Morneau with 69. Figgins, though, leaps to the top of the run scored list this year. Now he goes by Ryan Roberts of Baltimore. Baltimore right now has not scored. They're trailing Seattle 2-0, top of the 6th inning. And in that game, it is Bergeson going for Baltimore and Washburn for Seattle. And there's a base hit down the left field line. In comes Abreu. Angels go up 7-2. Glad he sneaks into second base. He'll take a double. He's starting to get on fire, folks. It's going to be fun to watch. As he heats up, Torrey Hunter in front of him, Abreu in front of him, Morales, Rivera. Woo, man. That'll bring out Mike Maddox, the pitching coach here, as Big Daddy hits his 8th double.
This is the worst start of the year for Kevin Millwood. He's been knocked around by the Angels.
Okay, Big Daddy, he's ready to hit anything out over the plate. He's dangerous. He's back. Didn't take him long. Give him one start in right field. Now he feels a better part of the team, and he just keeps on going. Now, Andrus, if he would have turned immediately and threw to second, they might have gotten Vladdy, but then there's another aggressive Angel base runner. Continuing to pressure Millwood here with nobody out.
And they're taking out a hot Texas team. They swept Tampa Bay. They've won 5 games in a row. This is a Ranger club that has spent 60 days in first place. Angels trying to take it over themselves by beating Texas's best, Kevin Millwood. Foul back, and Rivera was ready on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. The most runs that Millwood has given up this year in any one game was 5. And the last time that happened was May 4th against Seattle in Seattle.
It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Rarely does a guy is he perfect all the time.
And there is a base hit to right field. Coming home, Torrey Hunter. Vlad is held at third base, and the Angels go in front 8-2.
All starts with the table center, Sean Figgins. Aboard, scored twice now on 2 walks. Brady single, Hunter single, double by Vladdy, and another single by one. It seems like the hit parade's starting now, and I don't know how much longer they'll go with Millwood.
Jason Grilli has been warming in the Texas bullpen, and he's been warming ever since Torrey Hunter lined a single to right center field.
Vladdy wasn't sure at second base that the ball was going to be caught by Kinsler, so he couldn't get a good jump at second and score on that nice base hit by Rivera.
Hey, nobody's out. Why take a chance?
Swan's third hit. He's 3 for 3.
Morales, this will be deep enough to score Guerrero. He tags and comes home, throw to second base, and the Angels go up 9-2.
Wow, 9 runs off their ace. You wonder how much longer Ron Washington's going to watch this. It seems like the Angels are hitting everything, and that's what happens when you get, your first few guys on. The Angels are a frenzy-style hitting offense. They're very confident right now. We've talked about all the production that these guys have had over the last 22 games. 35 home runs, 45 doubles during that time. They're a confident bunch, and they're getting production from 1 through 9. That's exactly what Hatcher's looking for, the hitting coach, and Socha, consistency in that area.
Here is Meiser as Turris. Do you think this is less what Kevin Millwood isn't doing and more of what the Angels are doing?
Well, I think that the Angels are a hot team now. They're very confident. Whenever you go out and get the lead on them, they're saying, all right, we got you right where we want you. I think that Millwood has executed some good pitches, but I think it's the Angels' ability to turn pitches that are pretty good pitches into base hits with their speed. But there have been some pretty well struck balls tonight off Millwood. I think you ask Saltalamacchia tomorrow, Saltalamacchia, he'll tell you that he was out over the middle too much.
Hunter has driven in 2 more. Popped him up, right side. Will it stay in play? Blaylock over, beyond his reach. Well, the Angels have won 16 of their last 22, and it seemed like when they really got it going was June 12th. They're averaging almost 7 runs per game in that span. And they have been on fire with men in scoring position. 6 for 8 tonight. That will move their average up near 290. Second best in the American League to Baltimore, who is in dead last place in the American League East and losing tonight 2-0 in Seattle. Grounder to first base. Blaylock goes there for 1, and that's all they'll get. Time for the U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. We told you how the Angels came back from a 2-0 deficit tonight. Well, the Angels with 2 straight wins after trailing by 4 runs. It's the 4th time in club history, but the first since 1979. They've never won 3 straight where they trailed by as many as 4. But they did it against the Yankees in extra innings trailing 6-0 and winning 8-7 in 12 innings, and trailed 4-0 and won 5-4 back-to-back games against the Yanks in '79. Jeff Mathis, he got the Angels started in the second. Taking a fastball from Kevin Millwood. As a matter of fact, it was the 6th straight fastball that Millwood delivered, and the final one with 2 on. Jeff hit it out and gave the Angels their first lead at 3-2.
On a 3-2 count. It was full. He was sitting all over the fastball. There's a high one there. He can't get to that. But that's a great at-bat. Might be one of his best of the season. Waited, was patient. He got behind 0-2. He milked some pitches from Millwood. He still hadn't swung the bat, so you're really not in the game till you gauge your swing. Man, that one swing was a big one.
Curveball hit to left. Bird there, inning over, but not before the Angels score 4 more off Kevin.
Freeze it on that swing. Are you kidding me? That's in the meat of the bat. I mean, that ball was launched 3-2. First swing of the night. The Angels, Mathis gets them up 3-2 on that 3-run shot back in the second inning. Coors Light Freeze Cram brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. That was a cool shot, and especially when it's cold, it goes down better, folks.
And I think Mike Scioscia's just as proud of the job he's doing with Jared Weaver behind that plate. There's a good curveball by Jared Weaver, and that is the first time he's led off Josh Hamilton with the big hook. Hamilton 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Angels lead by 7. Changeup misses low, 1-1. You know, we were talking about all-star games. What an all-star game performance that Josh Hamilton had last year in that home run derby. 21 home runs in the first round. Remember that?
Oh, man. He put on a display in old Yankee Stadium that they've never seen before.
Foul ball. He wouldn't win. He would lose to Justin Morneau in the finals, but the 21 he hit in one round were amazing, and they were like 500 feet. Kind of wore him out, though.
Yeah, it'll mess you up.
In there, strike 3 called, two-seamer on the inner half. Hey fans, the Angels host the Texas Rangers tomorrow night. All fans in attendance will receive a free Angels military-style hat courtesy of Walt Disney's G-Force. This green hat has a distressed bill with Angels Club lettering across the front. Log on to angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today.
Oh, those are good-looking hats. You're going to want to have one, folks, but you got to come to the game, and you'll be able to entertain your family as cheap as you can in the Southland.
That's Andrew Jones.
Talking about that home run derby, Fizz. The National League, man, they're going to throw a lot of their power hitting first basemen out there with Prince Fielder of the Brewers, Padres Adrian Gonzalez, the Phillies Ryan Howard, and the Cardinals Albert Pujols. Man, there's some power there. They're going to be sporting out there in St. Louis.
Yeah, because Hamilton said he is not going to be part of the home run derby this year.
I don't blame him.
Takes a little power guy away.
Yeah, but that's a lot. It takes a lot to do that in front of a national audience, a worldwide audience.
Well, you get a trophy, but you don't get home field advantage in the World Series. So I think I'll take the home field advantage. Let the American League beat the National League in the game.
Yes, you definitely want to win that game to give the American League home field advantage. But you know what? National League hasn't won in some time. You know, they're loading up.
Breaking ball misses low. And while these Angels are in St. Louis, you will be here All-Star game in the Diamond Club for your team up with Down syndrome auction.
Having a lot of fun watching the game, like millions and millions will be. It's exciting to be able to watch that game. I tell you, it's a whole week festivities though, and it just makes me anticipate what it's going to be like here next year when the All-Star game is at Angel Stadium. I mean to tell you, this is voted by the fans and ESPN as one of the best venues in all of sports. Can't think of a more deserving franchise.
Right at the knees, but they call it a ball. The count's 3-2, and you better believe, fans, that Artie Moreno and Dennis Kuhl and John Carpino will be dressing up this ballpark to look absolutely gorgeous for the 2010 All-Star game. Down low, ball 4, and that is a walk to Andrew Jones. It's the first walk of the game by Jared Weaver.
Nothing wrong with that. Weaver got squeezed a little bit. Heck, he'd have had him out had Last called that previous pitch a strike. That ball was right where you want to put it.
Now Weaver to face Hank Blaylock. Got him the first time. Blaylock knocked in a run and another scored on the error. And then Blaylock should be 2 for 2, but Torrey took a double away from him with a brilliant catch in right center field. That ball a high one to right field, but not deep enough. Bobby Abreu there. 2 outs. Baseball's biggest stars go head to head in the summer's biggest event as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2009 Major League Baseball All-Star Game with President Obama throwing out the first pitch during the Pepsi All-Star pregame show. Coverage begins Tuesday, July 14th, live from St. Louis at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, only on Fox. And today is the anniversary of the very first All-Star Game. 1933 at Comiskey Park. The American League won 4-2 on Babe Ruth's home run. Lined foul by Marlon Byrd. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right, fly out to left. Almost hit one out his last at bat.
Well, maybe it's the Rangers' new color red because they're wearing red at home now. And they've had the advantage 5-1 on the Angels at their place. Now they come here and they're in their blue. And they haven't fared as well. Well, I think the Angels, they liked it in 2002 when Kevin Uhlich, the then president of the Angels, says, you know what, we want to go to the color red, Gene Autry's favorite color. But when they did, they didn't realize that that was going to be their first World Series champion the year they changed to red.
Fastball. This is barely inside, so when Weaver's been missing, I'm telling you, it might be by a hair of an inch. Just a fraction. Wow, good changeup to the right-handed batter, and Byrd has a 2-2 count.
Ooh, that's nice changeup. Great location. It dips just at the last minute.
Got him. A fastball for strike 3, and Weaver terrific through 6. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Angels with 9 runs on 9 hits. Weaver has struck out 6. Hunter playing some great defense. And the babies smiling because their Halos have a 9-2 lead over the Texas Rangers in this important American League West Series.
I love watching kids at the ballpark here at the Big A. They come in numbers. Fans feel comfortable here. They enjoy the entertainment.
Time for our In-N-Out burger. Kevin Millwood, best pitcher that Texas has been knocked out, giving up 9 runs in just 5 innings. Jason Grilli comes out of the bullpen. He is 0-2 combined this year with the Colorado Rockies and the Texas Rangers with a 4.71 ERA.
He's got a plus sinking fastball. That's a pretty good pitch. He's got an average slider and a changeup.
Howie Kendrick, strike 1.
His changeup has some pretty good sinking tailing action, but he's going to mix them all up. Really, he's a guy you could use as a spot starter or in long relief in the bullpen.
Came back with a fastball that, well, I guess they say he did not check his swing, and it's called by the home plate umpire, so a 1-1 count. It was a bit high.
Howie grounded out the first 2 times up. We're looking for some good production out of Howie in that 9th spot.
Chases the breaking ball, and it's 1-2.
Howie's finding out in the big leagues it's not as easy as it has been in the minor leagues as far as hitting goes. Now, he's a good hitter, but it's tough when you're up here dealing with these pitchers who have been up here a long time. This is Howie's 3rd season.
Just barely missing inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He has the ability to have a really good career. Just let the game come to him.
Mickey Hatcher, Angels hitting instructor, believes in this young man from the state of Florida. He said he was calling every other day, checking with Bobby Mitchell and Jim Eppert, manager and hitting coach at Salt Lake, saying, how's he look today? Look comfortable? And after about a week and a half, they said, yeah, he looks really comfortable. Looks confident again. And he put together a pretty good time down there, hitting .346 with 9 extra base hits in 20 games.
Yeah, and Sean Rodriguez has a bright future, but they want him to play. They want him to sit.
Struck him out.
Really nice sliders.
So Grilli comes out of that bullpen, deals on Kendrick. Sean Figgins will come up. He has walked his last 2 times up and scored runs each time, as the Angels put 3 on the board in the 2nd, 2 on in the 3rd, and scored 4 times off Millwood in the 5th inning. And now Kevin lasted just 5 and gave up 9. His worst start of the year.
Sean Figgins, before the season started, I asked him, what we're going to work on this year, Figgy? What's going to be your main priority? He says, on-base percentage and scoring runs. Man, he's almost a prophet, because he was doing extremely well in both categories.
He's in the top 10 in on-base percentage at 39%. That's the best he's ever had in his career. And runs scored, right now he's '1 at 63. So you can go online, either MLB.com or AngelsBaseball.com, and vote for Sean Figgins. His defense has never been better as well. Whenever we go to Tampa to play the Rays, his entire family shows up dressed in red. They're down just behind the 3rd base dugout, and then they wait for him after the game. And his mom loves it when Rex says, get Figgy with it.
That's what they always used to say when he was a young ball player, but it's easy because he does get Figgy with it quite often.
They had a family softball team called Roots, and his mom was the 3rd baseman. His dad was a pitcher, and Sean says, even when I was 4 years old, they let me wander around in the outfield, and my mom would just say, just don't let the ball hit you. He had a glove on his hand and then chase after the baseball or the softball then.
The glove was probably bigger than he was. Right now, he's as big as they are when it comes to leadoff hitters in American League. So in one leadoff hitter you can put in his category, and that's the great Ichiro Suzuki.
There's some good ones having good years. Brian Roberts was here. He has 62 runs scored. Marco Scudero, how about the year he's had for Toronto as a leadoff batter?
Solid year.
Almost hit him.
You know, I'm reading an article online here about Sean Figgins. You know, he can do a flip, and going to St. Louis, he used to watch Ozzie Smith do his backflip when he would come onto the field. And he said, if I get voted in and the fans want it, I'll flip. I'll do me a flip. He used to do it in the minors, so he has the ability to do one. Wouldn't that be awesome?
His third straight walk. Angels have walked 4 times in this game. 3 for Millwood, now 1 for Grilly, 1 on, 1 out. Well, this St. Louis is going to be a wonderful time because that is a baseball city.
Oh, I mean it. They are really avid fans, man.
Torrey Hunter really wanted to go because growing up in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, that was his favorite team because the St. Louis broadcasts came into the Arkansas market. Fastball in there, and he said when he was in St. Petersburg visiting his cousin, got to see the Cardinals play and meet Ozzie Smith. He said, when I met the great Ozzie Smith, it was like a religious experience.
Now, Hank Blaylock, he's not even holding Sean Figgins on at first base. And 9-2 in this type of inning, and the way the Rangers hit home runs, I would not concede this at all if you were the Angels, because you get a few runners on, the Rangers, with their powerful home run hitters, they could get back in this game in a heartbeat. But I think Ron Washington's saying to Mike Scioscia right there, go ahead, take it, but you got a big enough lead to win this one.
Abreu takes low. All 3 Angel walks have scored. Figgins' walk was the 4th. Abreu is 1 for 3 with a run scored back in the 5th. Middle of the order doing a great job. They have 7 hits. Hunter, Guerrero, and Rivera. In the dirt. 3-1 to Bobby Abreu.
Really going to a lot of secondary pitches. Change-up sliders.
Hit sharply. Kinsler turns 1 and gets 2 as Abreu came by. Blaylock caught it and tagged him. Weaver will face here in the 7th Nelson Cruz, Jared Saltalamacchia, and Elvis Andrus. And Weaver on the back of that mound putting the initials NA for his good friend who passed away in April, Nick Adenhart, Angels starting pitcher. Bottom of the order for Texas. In there with the breaking ball, 1-1. It just seems like Weaver's command, the crispness of his pitch is so different from that last start in Arlington.
Well, he's got confidence behind him, especially when he gave up 2 runs in the first inning, and then right away in the second inning, Mathis, his catcher, his battery mate, hit a 3-run homer. Man, that got him comfortable. He says, all right, that's what I want. It sometimes will help knock your focus back in place. '100th pitch thrown now by Weave. No action up in the bullpen. Nice ratio. He's real nice fluid delivery tonight. His fastball not overpowering, but very good when he puts it where he wants it.
Popped up foul. Backing out of play. 3-2. Jared Weaver did not get invited. Very deserving of going to the All-Star game. And a lot of Angel fans thought he got snubbed. But to be quite honest with you, every starting pitcher that was selected was very deserving to go when you check the numbers. Balls flip foul.
I mean, really, Weaver still has a chance to make that team. It's because, you know, they don't vote on pitchers, but if somebody's got a tender shoulder that's going, believe me, their team will tell Joe Madden, hey, look, you know, I got a little tender here, and he says, okay, well, let me call Weaver. He's worthy.
There's a good fastball and struck him out. That's 7 Ks in the night for Weaver.
Man, he's been nails.
Here's tonight's Land Rover extraordinary play. Got good defense for Weaver tonight.
Little good focus here. Morales is going to go over to first base and test out their dugout. Here's a ball coming over. Mathis takes his helmet off, takes his mask off. Morales calls him off. Whoa, he almost fell down those steps right there, but that little padding there kept him from going in. No help from anybody in that Ranger dugout. You're not going to see it. Land Rover designed for the extraordinary. There's a little extraordinary play. Took a little athleticism by Bam Bam. That's his favorite group. That's his salsa group that he likes. Bam Bam. So maybe we could call him Bam Bam. Maybe make his new nickname Bam Bam.
Well, the way he's been hitting the ball out with 14 home runs, he's been Bam Bam rocking him out from the left side of the plate. And here is Jared Saltalamacchia, 1 for 2, dropped a bunt single his first time up. Back to that all-star pitching area. Mark Burley's 8-2. Zach Greinke's going. He's 10-4. Roy Halladay's 10-2. Felix Hernandez was the AL pitcher of the month with an 0.94 ERA in June. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and Salty is down. Weaver with 8 Ks.
All right, we're going to show you a swing of a guy that's off balance. Now look at him. He's striding out. His front body is forward, okay? His front body's forward, and his balance isn't exactly the way he wants it. So we've been showing you perfect swings, but there's one not so perfect, and that's what the pitcher's job is, to try to get the hitter off balance. And if the hitter can get the pitcher off balance, then he makes mistakes when he throws that ball over the plate. And they can hit it.
Two outs. Weaver with 3 strikeouts in a row. That ball is lined back up the middle, a base hit. It is only the 2nd hit. It's the first one out of the infield since the 3rd inning.
All right, we're going to check out that bad swing again. Now, it's not necessarily a fault of Saltalamacchia, but we're going to show here Weaver. He gets on top. He's got a big torque down with his curveball. That ball's coming, and in the last 3 feet before it gets there, it disappears. Head pulled off, shoulder came out, and that's what happens when you get tricked. Some get tricked more than others.
Weaver has been able to get Ian Kinsler 3 times. That ball shot foul down the left field line. Kinsler, one of the 5 on that All-Star ballot that fans can vote on until Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Sean Figgins is the Angel that has been so honored to get fan votes, and he's having a terrific season. He's walked 3 times and scored 2 tonight. Kinsler now hitting .251, and there's not too many .250 hitters that go to All-Star games.
Nope.
Unless they hit like 30, 35 home runs before the break.
And coupled with the fact you're in your worst hitting slump of your career. 0 for 24. So that's not going to get him a lot of online votes with that kind of performance. But still a big player for the Rangers.
Yes, he is. They had that great start. There's a fastball that strikes the outside corner. 2-2.
You're going bad. Things just don't seem. You don't seem like you see the ball as well, and the ball looks really tiny. And you get called on borderline pitches like that. Let's see if Weaver can finish him off for his 9th punch out of the night.
Kinsler hits it to left field and deep. Rivera's going back at the wall, and that ball is gone. 20th home run of the year for Kinsler, and that makes it a 9-4 ball game.
Just the 3rd home run he's given up to a right-handed batter. We talk about his short, compact swing and the power he can generate. In a 2-2 pitch, Weaver tried to go upstairs on him, and he busts out of his slump in a big way. 2-run shot. 4 runs now.
Three of them earned. The other scored on that error by Sean Figgins. Strike to number 2 batter Michael Young, who's 1 for 3 in the game, a single to left field.
I thought Weaver was going to drop a curveball on Kinsler there. It's a good changeup. You can see how it fooled Michael Young. He didn't really have a good A swing there. He's telling himself, oh man, okay, I'm going to go to my inside-out swing and try to doink one to right.
He wants it up. Young doesn't swing. It's 1-2. He chases a changeup way high and up and away and strikes out.
Great job.
courtesy of ESPN Zone in downtown Disney. Tickets are still available for just $7 in select view-level seats and $12 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password RIVALS at the Angels Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. Doug Mathis is the new pitcher for Texas. A lot of smiles tonight at the Big A. Halos winning 9-4 in game 1 of this 3-game series. And here is Torrey Hunter, already having a good game with a 2-for-3 showing, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a great catch up against the right center field wall. Out of play. Mathis is a 6'3", 220-pound, 25-year-old right-hander out of the University of Missouri.
Okay, he's going to go with a fastball. He'll sink that fastball. Curveball, slider, and a changeup. Here's another guy that could be a starter.
Line drive caught by Ian Kinsler, so Hunter hitting the ball solidly all 4 times tonight and is 2 for 4. Is out. Vlad Guerrero's up. Big Daddy's 2 for 4, 2 for 3 as well. A pop up, a single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Jose Mota in the pregame show did a story with Vlad and asked him about, well, now that you're hitting better, it's happened since the dreadlocks came off. Coincidence? Vlad had fun with it.
Yep, he says he didn't think so. It's a different look for him. He says it might be a little bit cooler. But it's all about timing for Vlad. It takes time in a timing game to find your stroke. One thing you can tell, though, he's so used to gearing up on every pitch, you can tell when he's taking one. He just stands there straight up.
Mathis throws one right down Catella Avenue. Count is 3-1.
Now he'll be looking to launch. Strides out a little bit.
Hit one on Saturday, one on Sunday. In there. 3-2. He almost hammered that one down the right field line, and you see Saltalamacchia set up inside, and as the pitch was being delivered, went back away. Since cutting the hair, he's batting .326 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then gets jammed and floats it out to center field, but Kinsler's there. If Kinsler isn't playing in that shift, that's a base hit.
That's right. He'll take his twofer. Single and double and scored a run. Knocked in 2.
Well, the guy who's perfect's coming up now. Juan Rivera 3 for 3. A couple of RBIs and a run scored. Angels left fielder now batting .313. Again, the Angels with 5 of the regulars with a .300 batting average or better. Meiser is Turris, Juan Rivera, Torrey Hunter, Bobby Abreu, Sean Figgins, all over .300. Another good offensive night with the Angels with 9. That one's hit pretty well to left field. Bird's going back, still going back. At the track, he makes the catch. The inning is over. The Angels go quickly and quietly against Doug Mathis. located on the field next to third base, and a chance to win the all-new Chevy Camaro. Text Camaro to 31826 or go to angelsbaseball.com/Camaro for details and official rules. Standard rates apply. Chevy, the official ride of Angels baseball. You can see that crowd, and we have a terrific crowd tonight. Well over 35,000 for game one of this three-game series on a Monday night, and up comes Justin Spire. He'll pitch the eighth inning as Weaver went 7, gave up 3 earned.
Nothing wrong with that outing. Good job. Weaver was good. He was tough. He was quick and efficient. Executing all of his pitches.
Weaver to Josh Hamilton, ball 1. Hamilton has a single and a double and a strikeout.
Spire's been really good over his last 21 outings. 2.33 ERA because of pitches like that. He's staying down in the zone. He's attacking the strike zone down low with his fastball and his little slider. He hasn't made too many mistakes. He's been really consistent, and therefore Scioscia has rewarded him with late inning rolls.
Almost hit him in the back foot.
Hamilton's got him a couple knocks in his first day back. A single and a double all happened in his first and second at bat.
It's amazing to see him back so quickly. He had surgery on June 9th. Just a month later, he is in a major league lineup, and he swings and misses, and he took a rip, and it's a 2-2 count. Justin's got a very good slider, but we've seen him break down and in to a left-handed batter.
He'll also work in a little tumbler. That's a split finger pitch. He holds that in his hand. He shows that to the hitters just to let them know he's got it. Anytime a pitcher shows the hitter a ball, you can count on that hitter looking at that ball. Gets in his glove, they change it around, they look for tendencies in the fingers, and he's got to go.
Wow, he took it looking at 87 miles an hour. A strikeout for the second time looking by Josh Hamilton. 10 strikeouts by Angel pitchers against the Rangers tonight. 9 by Weaver, 1 by Spire. Angels with 9 runs on 9 hits. Texas with 4 runs on 7. Andrew Jones takes strike 1. Boy, there's a lot of late movement to that one, and it touched 92 miles an hour.
He's getting out front, and he's getting some nice little releases, finishing off his pitches. It's rolling off of his fingers just perfectly. He's got a good arm slot. The slider didn't work.
The Angels are now on Facebook and Twitter. Become a fan of the Angels page and share it with your friends in the Facebook universe. Also, be sure to get the latest Angels news tweets on Twitter. All this and more can be found at angelsbaseball.com/connect. Spire's 1-1 is swung on. Ground ball struck to short as Turris has it. Quick toss. Got him. 2 out.
Routine play can be tough on some guys, but when you're fundamentally correct and you circle around the ball as a shortstop and you get an angle towards first base, it helps on your off-balance throw. Watch how he circles in. Right now, he's got all of his weight going towards first base. Stays on top, makes an easy dart-type throw. That's how you do it. You got to have good feet, though, to be a good middle infielder. That means quick. You want to jump rope, that's a good thing. Practice middle infielders. You got to have quick feet. If you play soccer, that's a good sport, too, for foot quickness and learning how to maneuver.
Here's that Spire-Blaylock matchup. The ball is hit well to left field. Rivera racing back near the warning track. Better ending this time. He's out. So are the Rangers. We head to the bottom of the 8th. his best game of the year. Kendry Morales will bat for the 4th time. He has walked and scored, grounded out, and hit a sacrifice fly to drive in his 45th run of the season. So he's on pace for 90. This is game number 81. There's a line drive, base hit, left field. And that'll scoot to the wall, and Morales will have 2. 23rd double of the season for Kendry.
What a good stroke. Nice and level through the zone. Opposite field double, that'll work. Watch this. This swing is really sweet. Late waits back. Good balance there. He's straight up. You draw a pin or you take a stake right through there. That's Morales to continue his 11-game hitting streak. That's a season high for Bam Bam.
You've given him the new nickname. Kendry Morales.
That's his favorite salsa.
It's a great nickname, too. Bam Bam. So years from now, people will say, where did you get that nickname? Well, this red-headed broadcaster for the Angels.
Oh, well, you know, you find out little things, you know, and on the airplanes, he listens to his music. He showed me his favorite group, and bam, bam.
Ground ball, right side, sending Morales to third. A productive out for Myceris Turris. And even though they lead by 5 runs, they're still playing the game the right way.
Well, they want to go pedal to the metal all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, against this team. That's why when earlier Blaylock was back on Figgy, they were up 9-2. It's almost like the Rangers were saying uncle, but Mike Scioscia, he's not one to say uncle too soon.
No, and Mike Scioscia, once again, he knew the writers and media were going to be asking about the American League West with these 2 teams tied, and he just said standings are irrelevant. It's always how you're playing. And tonight, the Angels, how are they playing? They're playing great. Offense, defense, pitching. Seen 2 terrific plays on the night. Defensively, one by Morales, a spectacular catch by Corey Hunter up against the right center wall. Weaver, 7 strong innings, a quality start. Outside. And some clutch hits like this guy's when the Angels were trailing 2-0. And he saw 5 straight fastballs for a 3-2 count from Kevin Millwood. And on the 6th, he sent it out of the park for a 3-run home run. All off.
3-2 count. Hadn't swung the bat all night. First swing. 3-run shot is third. And a beauty. That helped Weaver big time. 19th ribby.
Infield in. Check swing, did he go? They say he did not. So it evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If the Angels score Morales from third base, it will be their 6th time since June 12th that they've scored double figures in a ball game. On a play.
Well, the infielders are in. Anything on the ground, it'll be tough for him to get that double-digit run home, but I'd like to get one airborne anyway for a sac fly. Or a clean base hit. That'd work.
We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels with a 5-run lead. Curveball hit in the ground. They're coming home, and Morales is out at the plate. 6-2.
Yep. It'd be tough hitting one on the ground. Angels have a little contact play on. They usually pressure you by sending you home. Sometimes they'll get bad throws over there. That's Scioscia's philosophy of pedal to the metal, speed game. Now Morales, he knew he was a dead angel. I mean, Saltalamacchia, he's a big guy, and he was way in front of the plate. There's no way you get through him unless you put your shoulder down. But with the lead as big as the Angels have, there's no need in trying to jar that ball loose. If it's a close game and you want to go head first, go ahead. You take your chances. Sometimes getting hurt.
Howie Kendrick, the only Angel who has not been on base tonight. His Turris is 0 for 4, but did reach on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Kendrick, 2 ground outs and a strikeout, and he has a strike 1 count to him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendrick got to Salt Lake. He just said to Jim Eppert, his hitting instructor, let's go work. Get that curveball machine out. Strikes that one foul, so he's down 1-2.
Well, he had a tendency when he was up in the first part of the season. He was swinging at a lot of the pitcher's pitches. And he mixed in a couple mental mistakes, which kind of hurt his cause some. And then I think so said, look, why don't we just send him down for a little while? Meister, give him a chance to play some second. And man, did the Angels take off.
Rolls it to third. Young throws him out. Inning is over. We head to the ninth. The Angels 9, the Rangers 4. New 2009 MLB.TV premium features include HD quality where available and the ability to pause, fast forward, and rewind live games. For more details, visit angelsbaseball.com, where baseball is always on. Kevin Jepson comes out of the bullpen for the Angels, the 24-year-old right-hander, born in Anaheim but lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Got his first win of the year earlier this month of June, and then won another. He's got a ERA of 10.05.
Well, you only do that by get that thing down by throwing blanks up there, and he's been doing that. He's doing a pretty good job getting in there. He still has, he'll walk a batter or so when he gets out there, but he's got good pitches to get guys out. Starting to bring in a little bit of a slider too.
That may have been it right there.
Yep, so he's
Marlon Byrd.
Just a different look. Okay, it's not as hard as his nice fastball in the mid-90s, and his curveball's a big overhand 12-6 type breaker. That little slider's been a good pitch for him.
Fouled off a shutout 8th inning by Justin Spire, and the Angels bullpen just gets better and better since June 12th, a span in which the Angels have gone 16-6. The bullpen is 6-1 with 10 saves and an ERA right now at 2.8.
That's going to get her done.
Fastball high. Marlon Byrd has a 13-game hit streak against the Angels on the line. He's 0 for 3. Flied out twice, struck out once. Slider backs up but doesn't find the inside corner. And one of the great things about having a comfortable 5-run lead is that you can work on some of your secondary pitches. A slider, because he was more of a fastball curveball guy earlier.
Heck yeah, you get a little cushion like this, the pressure's not on. He likes it.
Jepson throws him out.
Not that he doesn't like to pitch in pressure situations, most guys do, but you got a little room for error. That comebacker will work nicely.
And remember, Angels Live coming your way next. That means Billy Mack, Mark Gubicza, Jose Mota, who will be with you, and a cast of thousands to completely break down this game. What will be your theme of the night, Rex?
Whatever they ask me to talk about.
I thought they'd ask you what your opinion was.
Oh, man. I'll just go with whatever they want me to, because it's easy when they play so good. They're well-rounded in all the different areas, and they're getting ready to do their thing there.
Swing and a miss. Do you think Billy Mack needs a haircut?
No. He's got great moss. He's got great coverage. He worries about it, especially firework nights, that it's going to get singed up there with all those fireworks.
You're the best.
They shoot up there, but he's got it going right where he wants it.
Cruz fouls it off. Boy, Jepson lighting up the radar gun tonight at 95-96. If he can command that pitch, wow, the Angels have an excellent reliever. And controlling the count has been one of his challenges. Good pitch there, struck him out on a slider at 90.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good out there. He's got plenty of pitches and the velocity, he can blow it by. And Mike Scioscia, he describes a hard fastball and a guy in the bullpen that throws hard as he throws scuds. Scioscia likes those hard throwers out of the pen. He likes the chances of them swinging and missing when they are in the strike zone.
Angels bullpen trying to put together 2 perfect innings. 5 up, 5 down by Spire. Now Jepson going to work, and he has had strike 1 to all 3, to Bird, to Cruz, to now Saltalamacchia. Salty's 1 for 3 with that bunt single back in the 5th inning. But the Angels with 9 runs on 10 hits. Rangers with 4 on 7. It's a 1-1 count. And the Angels actually trailed in the game. This will be their 24th come from behind victory. They trail only the New York Yankees in the American League for most comeback wins this year. Swing and a miss, and Salty missed that by a mile. He swung at a pitch that missed the zone by almost a foot.
Well, a lot of that comes with swagger. The Angels are good, and they know it. They know they don't have to get out to an early lead. They don't have to rely on their pitching. They're slugging now. And they are a confident bunch, 1 through 9. Angels feel the same way, their fans.
Angels will take over first place if they can get this final out. The 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. These 2 teams came in even at 45 and 35. The Rangers had won 5 in a row. Angels just took 3 of 4 in a series with Baltimore.
Baltimore lost, got shut out 5-0 by Seattle.
Foul. Jared Washburn pitched quite well in that one, and Oakland also shut out Boston. So the American League West getting a little better. They've got 3 teams over 500. Again, the slider in on the hands of Saltalamacchia. And see Mathis pounding his glove. Good pitch, breaking ball down. Morales takes it. Game over. Angels back alone in first place in the American League West.
Oh, what a nice way to start out this 3-game series. Scioscia's got to be happy with #1 Weaver looking good. Got back on the beam. I'll tell you, some unexpected power from Mathis. He'll take that 3-run shot that gave him a 3-2 lead, and the Angels came back and never looked back.
It all starts with starting pitcher, and that man helped the starting pitcher.